So go ahead. Now
I
you're
want
on
to find
air.
out a little bit about your work.
Well, I never worked in my whole life. The thing is that I'm on vacation or retired since I started. But I never want to retire because I love what I'm doing so much that I never want to stop.
Do you see what Octavia says? She's met you before. Hi, Patricia. Got Patricia joined us.
Hello.
I want you
what?
to know that Walter says he doesn't work, but Walter is an outstanding artist. He does some beautiful work.
I
I don't know
stand
if you got
outside.
anything close by that you can show what you do, Walter. But you are an outstanding artist, and he gets hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars for his work. And he's in New York. We met on Facebook. We've never ever met face to face, but we have the same ethnic heritage.
Oh, thank you over there.
That's how we've connected. So we bloodlines someplace along the line. We're probably cousins.
Did you ever hear of this guy Alex Mendocian?
Yeah, Alex Mendocian. Yeah,
I was actually talking to him the other day on one of these blabs. I never talked to him before. I connected with him on Facebook. One time, many years ago, I called up and he returned the call, and he didn't know what to say to me. I don't know. I must have said something like, ask him a reference to what he had said, and he didn't. It was a very short conversation. But then we talked the other day on a blab that he was a guest host on, or he was being interviewed, and it was really interesting. So this is really great. I mean, so glad that you told me about it. You're the character why I'm here. You know that.
Yeah.
But you have all this experience of speaking and talking with people and you know how to how do you say how to
communicate,
talk it up.
How to
how to talk it up.
I hope I'm a good communicator. I try to work at it.
But I try to communicate with my art. You see, when I was a kid, I went to I was in grammar school, and one time I was in grammar school.
I have to laugh for a minute here. I've got the chat there from Patricia Ann, who was on a Tuesday nights with our blab, and she said she was so excited about it she fell asleep listening to the conversation. So, Patricia Ann, welcome back. I hope I don't put you to sleep again tonight. Where are you from? If you can now, and if you're feeling better tonight, hop on.
See, he knows how to. I can't read that thing; it's too small for me. But
we'll try to get it a little bit larger. You can.
This is my magnifying glass over here. See?
Oh, I got rid of it. I'm messing around with it. My chat's gone now.
Your chat is gone? You want to go out and come in?
It's back now. It's back.
Okay.
Well, Walter, one of the reasons we have it, and Octavia.
I want to tell you a story. I was going to tell you a story.
Octavia mentioned that she's seen you on another blab. She's also seen your work. She said that your work is fantastic.
Thank you. What did you like about it? That's what I'd really like to know.
Yeah, and where can they get if you can type something in there where your website is so people can go to your website.
All right, if they don't get it yet, okay, here it is.
Put it in the chat.
That's the art site right there. It's coming. It's not there yet. For some reason, there's a delay. When I type, it takes about 5 minutes before air it is. No, that's it. That's it.
Well, yeah, that's great.
Okay. Now, the thing is, when I was in grammar school, I studied Armenian outside. I was the only Armenian there. There was Italian, Irish, and maybe some German and Jewish people. I was the only Armenian, period. Besides my brother who was in the next grade. But when I first went in grammar school and kindergarten, I was the only Armenian. And somewhere, I don't know which grade exactly, maybe the first and second grade or something, I started taking at a local Catholic school at night or in the afternoon for the kids. I started studying Armenian. And then in the regular grammar school, back in grammar school, we had show and tell. So for me, show and tell what did I have to tell? I was studying Armenian. So I got up and I said a few words that I was proud I was learning this language. And they all laughed. Arson, they all laughed, all the kids. And the teacher got angry because it was, unruly. So she got mad at me and told me to sit down. And from that point, I never wanted to speak Armenian again. I never wanted to speak any language. But
that's terrible.
And my parents said to me, well, you have a choice, because they wanted me to be cultured in some way. There's no one saying anything. They're listening to the story. Come on. So they said to me, you have a choice between you have to go to Armenian school or you have to learn the violin.
Violin.
Yes. So they started. So I made a choice, and I started learning the violin. I go to Armenian violin lessons. So that's why I started playing music when I was 7. So that was about 7 years old when this occurred. About like I was disrupting the class, and so I studied the violin. But then the beginning of the art, right? The beginning of the art world was when I was 7 years old, near the end of the 7th year of my life. He came out. He went out. Why did he go out? He didn't like me. I'll wait till you come back before I continue. We're on air. Does anyone else want to come in? Ask me a question. Okay. Well, that's the shortest blab I've ever seen. We can hear you. Good. I'm glad. Okay. So I'll keep on talking, and maybe he'll come in. I mean, he's the person that I wanted to do this together with. I can't really see words and talk at the same time. So my father was a policeman in Greenwich Village, New York. I was 7 years old. We went, I think it was on a Saturday probably, we went to the laundromat. And we walked into the laundromat, and he's waiting to pick up the laundry or drop it off. I don't remember. And I'm looking at the wall, and it has how much per pound for the laundry. And all of a sudden, my father shocked me. Okay. And no, I don't see him up there on top. My father shocked me and says, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now, this is a subject my father had never talked to me about before that. And to be honest, after that day, he never talked to me about it again. Okay, come on. And
I was gone for about 2 or 3 minutes. I hit the wrong button.
Did you hear what I was saying, though?
I heard you up to the point that you were told never to speak again, that you were scared, and then your father told you had a choice to do violin or...
Okay, so I got the choice, but at the end of the 7th year, we were in the laundromat. And my father said to me, out of the clear blue wall, we were in a Greek laundromat. It was his friend's place. And he said to me, all of a sudden, what do you want to be when you grow up? And he had never talked to me about it ever before then. Never. And I was shocked. I was really stunned. And what happened is I said, quickly, I thought, well, he's a policeman, and people like to be like their father or something like that. And I liked the blue uniform. And then I said the policemen are firemen because they were all firemen, policemen in the neighborhood. And I liked the blue uniform and the red fire engine. So I was attracted to the colors. So when I said that, he said, no, you're not. So that was a blanket for both of those. Forget about it, And he never said anything about till he died in 2012 at 95 3/4. And he never said anything about it ever since.
Wow.
So that was the order. I mean, he was way up there, and I was down there, and he was a cop. You're not going to argue with him. Except later on, I did once in Greenwich Village on his beat. I was arguing with him because I wanted to borrow some money to go into the Cafe Wa with my friends who were with me, and he wouldn't give me money, and I was yelling at him, and my friends were there, and this lady walked by. She couldn't believe this kid was yelling at this cop, but he took us for pizza afterward. That's okay. So anyway. So that was the beginning of no cop or fireman. And then my 8th birthday came a couple of weeks after, and they gave me a Brownie camera. So I had liked Cowboys and Indians. I had the guns and everything, shooting. But in the house, I wasn't supposed to go near his gun. that was like a big thing. And I say,
Yeah.
Zenkiduris. My mother would say, "Where's the gun?" Zenkiduris in Armenian, and he would make sure that we couldn't reach it or it was hidden or something like that. But I understood that word because so many times they're going to say it was Zenkiduris, and he'd go for the gun to hide it. So they didn't want me to shoot with the gun, so I figured they gave me a camera so I could shoot with the camera. So that was the start of it, Arson.
So you started taking pictures at age 8?
Yeah, my first picture, I have it. I don't know how I can show it to you. There might be a link somewhere, but my first picture was my uncle he had made some shish kebab. He lived in New Jersey. First he lived here in New York and then moved to Jersey. And he was a TV engineer, actually. And I had gone to visit him in the ABC studios where he was working in Manhattan before I started with the camera. When I was 7, I went to the studios and it was all a bunch of wires hanging out. And I was thrilled with that whole environment of the studio and the cameras and the projections and stuff like that. And he then moved to New Jersey. Just as I got my camera, he got a new house and he invited us over. And there was 2 things. We ate there, and then we went to the Jersey Shore. What's that place? I think we went to Atlantic City. That's right.
Atlantic City.
Yeah. At that time, it was a totally different ball game, Atlantic City. They didn't have gambling. But what my first picture was him taking the shish kebab off the skewers, and he had just cooked it on his new invention was the rotisserie. He invented the rotisserie for shish kebab.
No kidding.
Yeah, and he donated the patent that he got to the church in New Jersey.
They make any money on it?
I guess the church did. That's why he donated it to them. The patent.
Patent on a rotisserie machine, it goes on a barbecue.
Yeah.
Your uncle invented that.
Yeah.
Then we got another connection. The Belgian waffle.
Yeah.
My brother invented the Belgian waffle iron.
Hmm. Yeah, and that led to the sneakers. That's how Nike started.
Yeah.
They took the material that the sneakers made, right? And they put it on a Belgian waffle, and then they got a sneaker. So his invention led to that.
Now let me ask you another question.
Speaking to my microphone.
Speaking to your microphone.
You want to ask me a question?
Actually, my air conditioner went off a little bit better. As an artist, I'm always intrigued by how people come up with different art. And yours is such a contemporary type of thing. Like, if you see the painting behind me.
Yeah, very nice.
Who's that painting?
I don't know who it is. I can't see it that clearly. Famous? Huh? I can't see it that clearly. Whose is it?
You see that better?
Yeah, I see it. It's like a lighthouse.
Yeah, it's a lighthouse.
No, who is it? Who's the artist? Whistler? No.
Thomas Kincaid.
Oh, Kincaid, that character, yeah. The colors, I don't know if it's probably because of the Blab, but the colors don't look like his colors on this Blab, honestly. His are much more vibrant colors.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to turn the light on it. Now take a look at it. Let's see.
No, as far as the color, do you have a fluorescent light in the room too?
Yeah. Okay,
that makes it a green tone for me. I'm very sensitive to the colors.
Yeah.
So that's I can never tell if that was.
Well, he did some beautiful work. I bought some of his first stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Carmel down to his studio.
Right.
I saw his stuff and it was fantastic. And I bought about over time about 4 or 5 of them. My son has about 6.
Oh.
The Kincaids. Now that he's passed away, they've become worth a lot of money.
Oh, really?
But I wouldn't part with it. So it doesn't make any difference how much money it is. It's a registered and signed print. But
you like it. That's all, right?
That's right.
That's the point. That's the point. People tell me I don't understand art. I don't know anything about it. They don't have to. All you have to do is find something that you like. That the color or the shape or the scene, whatever it is, whatever you like, that's the key. And that's why I never want to retire, because I love seeing what happens next when I'm doing what I'm doing. It's an adventure.
Patricia commented that Kincaid was great with light. Yeah, he was. He just brought things to life, and all of his stuff was fantastic.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists that are jealous of him.
Now, as an artist,
yeah,
do you have when you start to paint something, do you have the finished image in mind, or is it just kind of go with the feel, or
that's a fantastic question.
Internal thing from your emotion that you're pouring out? What is it that goes from your essence to the canvas?
Okay, that's a great question, and it's many different answers to that, because I have 310,000 images up there, and I can't say that any one way is the way I created, all of them. Now, of course, some of them are photographs, and one photograph that I'm really, really love. Let me see if I can give you a number. You can actually look at it. One photograph that I really love was I took this image in my when I went on my first airplane trip when I was 25 years old as an assistant to a photographer in New York. And he was doing annual report covers. Okay, so do you remember a company called Union Camp?
Union Camp, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what they did, but we went on this shoot with Union Camp, and they owned this northern Florida swamp that I guess they made paper or something. And they had this swamp area that they had used to cut trees down, and it was a swamp area. And because they had finished what they were going to do with it, they were going to donate the swamp area to the state of Florida. You're not in Florida, but the Florida, I guess, needed something. So what happened? We went there, and we were going to photograph it, the swamp, for the annual report cover. So first of all, this is my first airplane trip ever. I'd never been on an airplane. And back then, I was still shooting film. They didn't have digital. So I had started when I was 8 years old in 1958. And in 1975, we're taking this airplane trip. I don't know. You gotta calculate it, can figure out from 1975 to 1958 how many years I had been photographing. But I had never been in an airplane. So I put my feet flat down on the ground. I didn't know what to expect. And, the thing took...
Details. Go ahead.
What'd you say? Spare you?
Speed up the airplane ride.
Oh, but this is important to me. It takes off, and I'm up there, and all of a sudden, not a few minutes into the trip, I see this most amazing cloud formation. I had never seen anything like it before.
Beautiful up there.
And I had film, and I took the picture outside the window, right?
Wow. Yeah, those are great.
It was unbelievable. You got to see this one. This is like, I've never seen anything like it since, ever. Let me see. If you go to that art site there, and I'll give you a number, you can look for it, and you'll see the image.
All right. I got to post some. You got to see some of my stuff. I've taken the photography pictures of it the last couple of days. In fact, on my new Facebook site, or I think my Twitter site too, is a sunset at Lake Tahoe just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And with the trees and the lake and the clouds and the sun setting and it turned red. It's a beautiful shot. It's a beautiful shot. I liked a lot of the rain like that.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
met
the
new guest that just showed up from England.
Oh, hello.
Welcome, buddy. Welcome. We're talking about art and the creation of art. So if you have some interest in that or something you can share with us, ask. We got a couple of open seats, so hop on and let us know what's going on in England. But
So
Walter is a professional artist. He has hundreds of thousands of shots up on his website. So that's what we're talking about. How do you get to become an artist? What is it that you write? How do you create that whole scene as an artist? And that's kind of what we want to be talking about. Oh, see, Patrick and Walter, where'd you go? Walter's gone, like I did for a while. But Patrick Ann left the site to go check out some of Walter's paintings, and her comment says, "Oh my, laugh out loud." There's so much stuff there. And hi, Mick. You refresh, but I don't know if I can click you in on the open seat if you want to come in. Here we go. Walter's back. He's got control of the seats.
I pushed the wrong button.
Pushed the wrong button, and I do. And it's kind of hard to try to go to your site, put this on, and bring it back on Blab. You actually have to have two different sites so that you can open up another seat with your other site and then be able to show it. I don't know how to do that yet, but I've learned it.
No, but that number, they can look at the number. They can look for the number on the art site anyway. 2678. Go look at it and see if you see the clouds there. That's the point. And
Patricia Ann just told me that she's never been on an airplane.
Wow. Well,
Patricia Ann, I'm going to tell you my airplane story. I'll tell you my first airplane flight. 17 years old. I was working for the United States Forest Service, fighting fires up in Northern California. Skinny little guy. And we had some lightning fires way up in the mountains. There are no roads to it. And no way to get up there, but a lightning had knocked out a tree and the brush around it, fire spotter spotted it, and it was starting to grow. So they had to get some firefighters in to that backwoods country. And so the helicopters went out. They found a place close by where they could land. And they came back and they picked us up one by one. It was a helicopter with an open door, just a bubble, an old-fashioned helicopter like that. He had enough fuel to get over and back. We're up at about 7,000 feet, and there was a saddleback in the hills so he could get the mountain, so he could get through it and get back. Mm-hmm. And so, as a 17-year-old kid, I've never been in the air before. The guy says, "Get in." Oh my gosh, get in? Get in, buckle up. I'm looking out like this, flying over the trees. I mean, it was absolutely beautiful. Scared to death though, but it's beautiful. And then I had to hold my axe and a shovel between my legs. There was no place to put it. So we go, and he comes down, and he gets over the ground, a little place where we're going to jump, a little clearing there. And he kind of hovers over the ground. He gets about 2-3 feet from the ground, and he goes, "Jump out." I said, "Get out." "What?" "Get out." I got to get back. He said, "You don't have enough fuel to get over and back." Throw the shovel out, unbuckle, jumped out, and it took off because it didn't have any way to, to land. So they brought in about 4 or 5 of us this way. And we actually had to clear the trees. Once we got to the fire, put the fire out and got it secure, we then had to clear a landing off the mountain so helicopters could come get us. But when they landed, they had to go up and then down. So we had to clear the trees away. So we basically had to build another heliport for the trees to come get us. So we were up there for about 4 days, 4 days by the time we got all the thing cleared and done. And then the helicopter comes, get back and gets us, takes us back. That was my first experience of being on an airplane. And from that, after that, I flew to New Jersey to see my sister was living in New Jersey at that time. So it's a great experience. I flew 400,000 or 500,000 miles when I was working for the city of Fresno. And with Transamerica, I was in the air quite a bit. And it's just beautiful up there. I absolutely love flying. Like you said, the cloud formations, going in and out of the clouds and looking at them and seeing God's beauty from up there and all the stuff. It's marvelous. So, Patricia Ann, if you've never flown, why don't you get up there and do some flying? Mickey Beaver says he flew over Hoover Dam and Lake Mead on his first chopper flight. And boy, that must have been beautiful and exciting.
I've never been in a helicopter yet.
Well, that's when they're open like that. I mean, they've changed so much lately, but they're fantastic. They're fantastic.
I've let that for the guys in the movies so far.
Walter, let me ask you this: are you working on any particular project right now?
Well, I'm working on images every single day.
Okay, good.
Every day I do hundreds of pictures. I have
anybody else want to jump in? We got an open seat.
Yeah, we need someone to help us talk here.
Like that.
We're going to run out of things, but the reason I told you about that picture is because it was a slide. Back then I was doing slides.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I couldn't afford to get a print because that slide has a custom, good quality print. You take that slide and you make it into an internegative because that's a positive. You make it internegative and then you make a print. So it costs at that time it was a lot of money, $15 for an internegative, and then $15 for the print 8x10. Wow, and if I brought it around for people to look at, in a portfolio or something, they'd all handle it and it'd get all destroyed.
Yeah.
But I felt that this thing was so beautiful. I didn't want to destroy it because at that time, when you were doing prints in the lab, even if it was a custom lab, the quality wasn't that good. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't that good. To get a really good print, you'd have to pay $300 for dye transfer. You know what that is? Now there was a lot of Armenians in the photo engraving business.
But my uncle Charles,
right,
the Precorian, and was in New Jersey, and he was the most successful uncle we had. It was my mother's brother-in-law. He married the youngest sister, and he was a photo engraver.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he did very, very well. They made a lot of money in photo engraving, and so he was great. And so I learned to do that. I did that when I was selling printing a little bit. I learned a little bit about that.
Mm-hmm. So what happened? The dye transfer. They take the slide, and instead of making one negative, they would make a separate negative for each color. So within each color, you could control the shadows and the lights and everything. And so that would be $300 for that kind of print. 8x10.
I'm going to stop. I'm going to ask Mickey, one of our viewers, Mickey Beavers from the UK. Mickey's talking about his daughter's wedding was at the Grand Canyon. Mick, did you get any pictures of that? Can you come in and share us a little bit about some of the pictures of the Grand Canyon and Lake Mead and Hoover Dam and some of those beautiful things? Got an open seat here for a while. We got a new one. Hi, Pete.
Look at that. He brought all his friends. No one that I invited showed up. All right, here you go.
We're picking up some people. Here comes. Here's Pete.
Pete looks like a rock star.
Did you click OK for Pete?
Yes, I did. I clicked it, but he's vibrating.
You see the green arrow thing that says OK, let him in?
I did that already. It's vibrating. Maybe he has a bad connection yet.
Well, Pete's trying. Pete looks like an artist event. Let's see what Pete. Let me see if I can get up here and see what Pete's story is. Nice looking young man, Colorado. Pete, Colorado.
He's new on Blab. This is his.
New on Blab. You have to have your mic and your speaker, and you just click OK. Pete.
No, I clicked OK, and he actually can hear us. I think.
He's what?
I think he can hear us. I know that.
Yeah. He keeps pulsating.
Okay. Do you want to try to come out? I'll kick you out and then come in again. All right.
Yeah. Refurbish it again.
Try that again. All right. Here you go. There's a green check. And are you on a Chrome browser?
I am not on a Chrome browser. I wouldn't use Chrome if my life depended on it.
Oh, I'm sorry, but this is the only thing that I know that really works for me because we have Safari on Apple, and Chrome is the only one that works. Sorry. But,
forget that Chrome stuff. That Chrome stuff's no good. How's it going, guys?
We're doing pretty good. Where are you from?
I'm from everywhere.
From everywhere and nowhere, huh?
Houston, Texas. Austin, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Both of those.
Chicago.
Hi, we got New York and California.
Hey, sexies.
New York and California.
Yep. And Walter up on top there is from New York. And
nice.
Walter's an artist, so we've been talking about how to create art, and he's talking about photography and how he got started in that because he's really a world-class artist. He's got thousands of paintings and stuff on his site that he posted earlier, so you may want to get a chance to check that out.
Yeah, where's the website? How do I get there?
Okay.
Walter, post that again.
Post that link, man.
I posted it earlier, but I'll write it again here so you can see it right now. Okay?
Yeah, please.
Are you an artist too?
I am. Aren't we all? Isn't everyone?
Only if they.
Look at his face. Of course he's an artist. An artiste.
An artiste, huh?
Do you know who he is?
Should I put my glasses on too?
Who's the pretty lady behind you? Pete, who's the pretty lady behind you?
It's
I'm too shy to talk.
Lizzie. Her name's Lizzie.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
Yeah, no, it's Lizzie.
Lizzie.
So you got the link there, Pete?
Yeah, Lizzie. That was my mother's nickname.
Aw, love the name.
Elizabeth.
Oh, there's the hey. We got the link. Let's see if it works. Hold on here, guys. Hold on over there.
Houston, Texas, huh?
You betcha.
So how did you find out about Blab?
Reading an article that was competing with what?
Nothing.
Oh, you got a personal joke here.
We always do.
All right, this website's awesome.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I have 310,000 images there.
Wow.
Oh wow, some of these are really cool.
Ooh,
Very prolific.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, that is.
I have 200,000 more on my computers to upload, but I've had to take a 2-week vacation because the uploader is busted for a while until they fix it.
Yeah, I know how that is.
You have no idea how crazy it's making me.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, nice stuff, man. Good job.
What is it? Oil painting?
No, it's all done digital. One or two of them were actually drawings with colored pencil originally, but there's mostly digital abstracts and collages and photographs.
Cool.
So if you could do a search for this number.
How do you paint digitally?
I use Photoshop exclusively and the mouse. I don't have. Some people use a pen or something, a Waco tablet or whatever. But I use the mouse, and the mouse has become an extension of my hand. In fact, I think my hand is getting shaped to the mouse.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you have an art site you can share with us too?
I don't have any with me at the moment.
Oh, okay, you're forgiven.
I'm actually traveling, so I don't take much of it around with me. So
You're forgiven. Okay.
that's okay. Thank you. Thank you, Father.
You're welcome.
What kind of work do you do, Pete? Can you share that with us?
I can share. Hang on a second. I've got to open this.
Okay.
There you
Peanut
go.
butter.
It's almond butter.
Almond butter.
Actually, I do all kinds of work. What do you need? What do you need?
Salesman. That's what he is.
Tell me right
Listen, so you're in Texas, right?
Well, you said a salesman. You got it right.
You're in Texas, right?
I am.
And he's in California. Now, there's an affiliate program for the art site that my art is on. There's 55,000 other artists there. And
Wow.
and you can go to the bottom. When you see the button Imagekind, you can click on that, and on the bottom it'll say "Become an affiliate." You can become an affiliate and earn money from my art. If you like it, it
Beautiful.
might.
Send me the link.
Isn't that link to your thing?
I think it's a different link he was talking about.
Look, do you see it on the site? It'll say Imagekind. Do you see the words Imagekind?
Imagekind?
It's on every page of my art site.
Oh yeah, Imagekind. Yeah.
Click on that. That'll bring you to the main site, and on the bottom of the page, it'll say
That's what it's like.
"Become an affiliate." It's all there.
It's all here.
Yeah.
Except for becoming an affiliate.
Oh, there it is. There it
It's on the
is.
very
Under
bottom.
sell.
Oh, we found it. All right.
We need some help
Beautiful.
there. You can take the
All right,
glass.
You have a really nice website.
Very nice. Where are we here? We gotta get back to this website here where they are. I lost them.
It's okay.
Wait, here they are. Oh, there you guys are. Good stuff, man. All right. We'll join.
Thank you. And this
We'll
way,
affiliate ourselves with you.
this way you can earn money from my work.
All right.
That's a
And
pretty good deal.
How cool is that? I ought to post my stuff on my books. You can sell some of my books.
now there's another thing. If you're an artist, Pete, if you really have work you want to share with people and sell, you can get 3 free galleries in this site, on the Imagekind site, and put up around 3,000, 4,000 images.
Wow.
Free.
Yeah, I'm a photographer.
Free.
That's awesome.
Free.
All right.
Now,
We'll
if
do
you
it.
want to search for this one image I was talking about with the clouds, it's 2678.
2678. That's the image number?
Yeah, that's my name. The name of the image, yeah.
Oh,
2678.
2678.
Let's see if it works.
We'll see. It's doing something. I found it. Oh, beautiful. Oh, the clouds.
That's my first airplane trip ever.
Wow.
And
That's nice.
It was so expensive. I was living on pennies for a very long time.
Look at that. That is nice.
That's beautiful.
Beautiful stuff.
Until digital came along, I was living on pennies for many years.
Wow.
42 years. Now, even if I did a job and was published in Vogue, I took all my money and put it into buying more film and processing and everything.
Sure.
And that's all I did. And
Okay.
this is my first airplane trip, and I liked it so much, but I couldn't afford to get a print. I put all the money into slides, right? So I had this in slide form, and I was looking at it till around the year 2000. From 1975 until 2000, that was 25 years. I'm looking at it like this.
Jesus.
And then when I did my first, I put this into what do you call that?
Photoshop. Hey
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
we gotta go. It's great stuff. We love you. We do.
I'm going to give you one more link though, and that
Okay.
was my first experience with Photoshop. Is when I put it in the
Okay.
different colors.
Let's get that link. And then we really gotta go.
Thank you, and see you
Thank you
again.
very much for hopping
We love
in.
you. Okay.
See you later. Catch you again.
Yeah, you look like a rock and roller, but anyway.
No, see that you may got an affiliate out of that deal. You'll make a few bucks, and he'll make a few bucks if he's good at it. What'd you say was Walter? What was I went into the search to try to find that picture of the clouds. What was it?
Well, you'll see it on the other link that I put here. A link, the last link, you'll see it.
All right.
Now, what you have to do when you're on that page, it'll have a bunch of numbers like I, G, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Scroll over those numbers, and you'll see the first one. IG1 was the first
That is
image,
a beautiful shot.
and all the different colors that I made. I couldn't believe it. You could do this.
What, is that number 7?
7? No, the IG1 was more or less the original,
Okay.
and then everything came afterwards.
Okay, IG1.
You see the change in the colors?
Yeah.
So I said, this is my infinite generation. Like, this is infinite. There's no end to it. And that's when I really took off. I took off in a different plane. I took off in a rocket ship to outer space.
Well, I like the one is the original, right? That's what the clouds look like.
I think that's the original. That might be the closest, because when you do a digital scan of a slide, it never comes out exactly, the way the slide was originally. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of reads it in a flat, normal way. And
now, how can I save this image?
No, you can't. You could save the link and go back to it, but if you want to see it in the art site, you go to you search the number 2678 in the art site. 2678.
Okay.
That's as close as you'll get to a beginning.
I'm in the regular art site when it says, okay, I go back home.
And then you go into galleries 1 or galleries 2 and you search.
Which gallows is it?
It's in either one. If once you're in the galleries, you can't do it from my homepage, but you have to be inside the galleries. 2678.
Okay. And what's it cost me to download that?
You can't download. You can order a print if you want, but you can look at it every day for the rest of your life. 24 hours, 365 days.
Yeah, that's a pretty sight. I like that. I love the clouds. So look at that, Walter. I'm going to take off. I'm supposed to.
You got to eat.
Get the dinner.
Yeah. Thank you very much for spending your time. And we have a good feel. It's very nice. It's relaxed and it's comfortable. And I don't I don't want to make like a formal like a speech or a pre-scheduled. I'm going to do this point and that point, and you're going to click here and you're going to order this. I don't want to do that. But if someone wants to order it, that's their choice. But basically, people looking at it is what I love now, because that gives them inspiration and motivation and anything else they can get from it and new ideas. So
pretty good. Patricia Ann, are you still awake?
Okay.
Her button's still up. I don't know if
she might have gone. Oh, someone's coming in. Wait a minute.
Kids too. So, Mike's coming in. This is Mike from the UK. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
Welcome, buddy.
Sorry, just checking the microphone was working.
Yes.
How you doing? Nice to
Very
meet you.
good.
Been
Very
listening
good.
to you for quite some time.
I liked your comments.
I don't know what he said. What did he say?
What did he say? What did he say? It was when the other chap was trying to come in. It was.
So what do you do, Mike? Are you an artist too?
No, I'm a cab driver.
Cab driver. Are you at all interested in? Did you look at?
Or cab driver?
No, cab, taxi.
Okay. Where at?
I'm in
the UK?
Lincolnshire in England. Yeah, in the UK. Yeah.
So how did you discover Blab? That's interesting.
I found it on a link from a chap called Grant Cordone, who I'd sort of watched on Periscope, and I just followed it through from there.
Uh-huh. So are you interested in business and stuff? I guess cab driving is a business, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see if I'm still correct. Mike, I understand that cab drivers in the UK, particularly in London, it's a very sought after job. It's not an easy, it's actually a profession to be a cab driver in England. It is not just like the cabbies we have in New York. I mean, you have to go through quite a bit of training and work to get your cab license. Is that still true? I heard that several years ago, and that it is very well respected profession in the UK.
In London, you have to go through a lot more than what we do, but you have to go through a knowledge test, and then you have to go through a medical. You have to go through. You have to be properly licensed. You have to go through a criminal check to make sure that you're a proper person and that sort of thing. And then off you go. I've been doing it 20 years. Well, I've been doing it over 20 years. I've been self-employed for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what city again?
We're in a place called Gainsborough. No, Lincolnshire's the district. Like what you have a state. I'm actually in Gainsborough in Lincolnshire. I'll post a link to it just to see if you're interested in. I'll just give me 1 second.
Now, if I was to come to the UK and come into your area, could I request you as a driver, or is it just by chance like going to the airports here in the United States?
No. You ring me direct. If you come over to where I live, you ring me direct, and I come and pick you up. It's the same person every time.
How cool would that be, Walter?
It's like a chauffeur. Our own private chauffeur.
Now I got my own personal cab driver in the UK if I go.
That's nice.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. First rides for free. Just don't go to London. Let me just check. Check I've got the right one.
I gather that he doesn't like to drive in London.
Next site.
No, it's not my site. It's not my site. It's just for the area. I've done the wrong one as well, to be honest.
Lincolnshire Towns. Oh man, that's cool.
Let me try again. This one, I can never remember which one I did. There's some beautiful.
Sometimes if you put a link from Google like that, sometimes it won't come up right anyway.
Really? Yeah. 1 second.
Lincolnshire Town. How neat.
Well, this Blab, I tried some of the links to my art. I tried to put it in the Blab, and they don't come up right. It's like they're too long or something like that.
I've just tried to paste some photos that I've took from aeroplanes throughout my journeys, and it just doesn't do it. I don't know how you do it, but just 1 second.
Nick, I'm going to have to say goodnight for now, and catch up with you. Catch up with you later. Maybe let's see if we can follow you. If you can follow back.
Yeah, I followed you already.
You catch me most Tuesday evenings around this time. I pop a Blab show with different guests and different topics. So get on there and check them out.
I've seen you before.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Okay, enjoy your dinner.
Bye, Patricia.
Share party.
Nice to meet you.
So he came on. He's very, very helpful because usually I come here and there's no one at all. And I start something and no one comes to talk. And a few people came for a few minutes and left another time. But he has a regular show on Tuesday.
All right.
And I wasn't able to come to the show because on Tuesdays I drive my wife, who's a retired teacher. I drive her to Greenwich Village. We go to and she's studying ballet there in 6th Avenue and between 9th and 10th Street. And so he's doing his show when I'm over there handing out my cars in the street, waiting for her to come down from the ballet class.
All right. Yeah, are you on a computer or on a phone?
Excuse me?
Are you on a computer? Are you using your phone?
This is a computer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually when I get on Blab, I'm actually working on my images, but this is like, I was focused on this now.
Yeah.
So do you like art?
I do, yeah. Yeah, I'm certainly as I've got older, you enjoy art even more, don't you?
I love art so much that I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I spend till late hours of the day creating new images. I have 310,000 on the art site. I don't know if you got the link there.
I did, yeah. I clicked on it, yeah.
And I got 200,000 more on my computer to upload, and I create new stuff up every day.
Do you make a living at it, or is it just an interest?
The art site, I've sold pieces all along. I've been photographing for 57 years. So that my main business is photography. but I started the art site in 2006. I built up to 175,000 images in 2012. 2013, they lost 100,000 because of the server went. So I had to re-upload them for a year and a half. And now I'm up to 310,000. I think it's pretty stable now, I hope. But I just keep on going, you know. But
you don't really like it.
But if you're interested in the art and you like it, if you want to earn some extra money with it, there's an affiliate program, which I told the other guy. I don't know if you heard that or not.
No, I didn't. I'll be honest. No.
Okay. If you're looking at the art site now,
I was looking at it before, so that must be your site there.
Yeah. If you go back to it, you said BavarianArt.com, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. When you're there on any one of the pages, the main site is 55,000 other artists. The site that I'm on, which is for the artist, says Imagekind. You see the little logo for Imagekind?
Just 1 second, because I've clicked on a different link. I've got galleries.
Yeah. Okay. So somewhere on the bottom or the top of the page, you'll see Imagekind, the black box or
Imagekind.com.
Yeah. Click on that. That's the main site for all the other artists as well. Okay. And
really?
And on the bottom of that, it'll say on the very, very bottom, in small print, it'll say become an affiliate. So you can actually become an affiliate and earn money from the art. If you like it, take some of the images, put your affiliate link in it, and send it out in a blog or whatever. And, you know.
I'm just going to register.
No, you can do it, you know, however. Thank you. I've been struggling to figure out how to encourage people to do this, because I was doing the affiliate program a couple of years ago, and I earned a couple of $100 a month. But then New York put a tax on it, so we're not allowed to do it in New York State. So it's like you cut my arm off, you know. and I was on a Blab before today, and they were talking about affiliate marketing, and I said, well, can you help me? You know, he had no interest in, you know, he's got all these people and he's selling them something to, you know, how to do affiliates, but here's a program that can do it. What am I going to tell you? But
the thing is, that's what people do, isn't it? They have sometimes they have an ulterior motive when they come on social networking sites.
Well, my alternative motive is to introduce people to the art. Now, whether they buy it or not, that's not the point. The point is that everyone gets exposed to it. If it somehow motivates you, inspires you, or creates energy and different ideas in your mind, that's wonderful. That's the whole point. That's the main point. And
I think the other thing is, as you get older, though, you can look at a piece of art and you can look at it 20 times, and each time you see it, you see a different part of it.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're younger, you walk past a piece of art and you look at it, oh yeah, that's nice, and then you just carry on walking.
But I wasn't like that from the beginning. I looked at it, you know, my mother was an artist too, so I was kind of influenced by her.
Yeah.
I think it was de Kooning. When I was in junior high school, I saw de Kooning in a book. I hadn't seen him in the museum at that point in junior high, which is like before high school. And I struck me. And then there was a photograph of a caravan of camels walking with the sun setting and walking over the sand hill. You know, I'll never forget these things. You know, they're there.
No, you don't. They're imprinted on your mind.
Yeah, and some of the images in the museum, I'm lucky. 20 minutes, I take the subway, and I can go there and see the same images you're talking about when you're a kid. I can see the same actual paintings there, you know.
Yeah, we're visiting. We're going to the Netherlands. We're going to Holland in a couple of weeks to The Hague, and there's a painting in one of the galleries in The Hague called it's Van Meer's "Girl with a Pearl Earring."
Yeah, my wife likes that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it is, and it's on my bucket list. I'd like to just go and see it. I'm 50 next year, and it's one thing I'd like to see before I'm 50.
Congratulations!
Yeah.
I'm still 8 years old. I took my first picture when I was 8, and I'm still 8 years old when I get behind the camera.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's exactly it. You've got it's an interest, and it's good. And if you can make some money out of your interest, then it's an amazing thing, isn't it? It's an amazing thing, and art is an amazing thing.
Well, there's another thing you could do if you want. Would you make some money with the affiliate program, which is free to sign up, right? If you do that and it's going with, and you get some ideas or you get some friends together, you could actually, say you're a little company and you can get a discount from the company that, Imagekind, they do the printing. And it's each image is available in 7 different paper types or canvas and in 6 different sizes. So that's 48 choices per image. Right? And that means at 310,000, there's 14 million products. So you could start a little gallery with whatever you choose, and you would have no competition. You could have a whole street full of galleries choosing from my pictures alone or any one of the other artists. You could do that and never have the same art. There's enough different art there. You can have something different for each person, and become a dealer or whatever you call it. I don't know.
Well, it probably never happened for me, but it'd be interesting to. I've just signed up for that program, and we'll see what happens when it comes.
You never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
You never know. You never know.
Maybe you say, well, you and your other friends, you put it together and then put some kid in there or whatever, and start selling it. Whatever. You never know. Or you could introduce it from your affiliate program. You can introduce it to a gallery up the block and let them buy it from your blog, because you've done. If you put together some images that might be appropriate for a particular gallery, for example, right? You know the gallery, what type of things that they have, and you put together a blog appropriate for that with your links. Then what you've done is you've put you've done most of the work for them. They don't have to search through the whole gallery. I mean, it's a drag for someone to look through 310,000 images. I love it. I can look through it every day, the whole thing, if I wanted to. But for someone who's saying, "Well, I don't want to look at this thing, and I want to," so you people like to be, directed. This is this, and if they're interested, they'll buy from your link, and you'll make more money that way. And in fact, that's a target market for you, or a special niche.
You never know. We'll see.
Okay.
I will. I'll have a look too. I've signed up for it anyway.
And anytime I'm on Blab, if I'm here, or are you on Facebook at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you my main website. I'll give you my main website, and the links there. It's right directly to both my personal and my art Facebook fan page. I have 13,000 people there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Well, you're not talking to a slouch here. I'm working all the time.
No, I didn't think
I've given out, you're doing 20 years at the cab. I'm photographing for 57 years.
That's right.
And I've given out over 5 million of my business cards in the streets of Manhattan. Yeah. I mean, I got cabs that'll wave to me. They know who I am because I've been there such a long time in the street. There was one time when they had the World Trade Center, the September 11th tragedy.
I remember that. Yeah.
There was one of the workers that went, the construction workers to clean up and stuff. And I saw him in the subway, and I gave him the card. I said, "Oh man, I was wondering what happened to you. I didn't know if you were in that rubble or not." He was thinking about me, that he was concerned that I was okay.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
But it is, isn't it? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because you do get that. I mean, with doing what I do for a living, you don't see somebody for 2 weeks, and then you see them, and you go, "Oh, hello, nice to see you again. I'm pleased everything's all right."
Yeah, I was on vacation or something. You got to remember that sometimes people go on vacation.
Yeah, they've been on vacation. You thought they were dead, but you can't really tell them that, though, can you?
It did come very close, Mick, because the guy that grew up next door to me. He was one of the firemen, and he was outside, and he ran in to save his fellow firemen people, and he was killed.
Really?
And the guy right across the street from me, his whole company was gone. He went in late that day, so he missed it.
Unbelievable.
So it was that close,
It's the same with the I don't know if it's come up on in the US. There was a massacre earlier on in the year in Tunisia, and from a hotel in Tunisia, and they went on the beach with a machine gun and shot a lot of people on there.
Yeah.
And one of the young women, I'll not mention the name, but one of the young women was from not very far away from me, and she was blown up in the attack.
Oh.
But they always say, "Where was you when Kennedy got shot? Where was you when John Lennon got shot?" And where in September the 11th, at the time that we found out that the planes had hit the buildings, we were actually buying carpets in a carpet shop, and one of the staff came in and said, "There's a plane gone into a building in New York." And we were decorating our front room, so all the TV and all that was disconnected. And we came home and connected it up to watch it, and it was absolutely. I can still remember it even now. Shocking.
Well, I was there the week before. I had an assignment to photograph this cigar store in the financial center, the World Financial Center, right next door. And I went through I went through the Twin Towers that day, and it looked kind of gloomy to me. And I was lucky that I finished the job early. Otherwise, I would have been there that day.
Unbelievable, yeah.
And I used to go to the top. My father's friend was operations supervisor for the whole trade center, and I'd buy the tickets to go upstairs, and I may believe it was my office. I used the phone and stuff, and photograph from the windows. Cool. So I'm lucky I wasn't there.
No.
In fact,
that's it.
My cousin in California knew that I was there so much that he called to my father to make sure. He said, "How's Walter?" He thought maybe I was up there.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's scary. It's just scary. You can't comprehend even now after all this time. You still can't comprehend the fact that 2 planes went into some buildings.
Well, I'll tell you something honestly. When it first went up and I went upstairs, I used to think about like how dangerous it could be if a plane went into it. I
never thought about it because we don't have buildings that size, don't we?
I did imagine that, and it was like negligence in a sense that they didn't have some way of protecting it. Like
the thing is, they will have now, but how do you protect
I don't honestly know about that, Nick. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
The problem was with the security on the airplanes rather than the building itself.
That's true. Yeah. But there have been a lot of stories where people gotten through with different things that they shouldn't have in the airports.
That's right. I mean, now in England, if you try and get on an airplane, if you have even if you've got aftershave and shampoo and that sort of thing, it's got to all fit in a little bag to make sure that it's you haven't got enough to make an explosion. You walk through body scanners to make sure you wouldn't have anything tucked in anywhere. It needs to happen on internal flights as well as external flights, and I think that was the thing they took advantage of on the fact it was an internal flight. The security was too lax for them, wasn't it?
Right. So do you? What time is it now over where you are?
We're 2:40 a.m.
Oh, so do you work at nights or days?
I'm a night worker, but today's a day off. So, but tomorrow, I get up and I don't start sort of lunchtime. So that's why I stay up this time, because my regular hours are this time. So that's what you do.
Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah. You're on a schedule. My father used to work 12 to 8, 8 to 4, 4 to 12. Every week he changed the hours.
I'm
that's the old days.
I'm what you call self-employed over here. I don't know would that be the same thing over there? Like it's my own taxi, and I set my own hours to a point. I work in with a group of people, so I always make sure that I'm there at the right time.
Recording. Okay, so thank you for listening. Whoever's listening.